Hello everyone, welcome to Winged Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you stopped by my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do our first set of alternatives for the September 2025 paper pumpkin kit called Fall for Toile. And here are the 9 cards that you could have made had you done them as intended. And there's just some really beautiful stuff in this kit, and I am very excited to get started. So let's go ahead. The first one that we're going to do today, we're going to start with a card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored by 4 1/4. And this is pecan pie. I'm going to give this a good burnish. I've got a piece of Very Vanilla for the inside that's 5 by 4 1/4. And I've got another piece of vanilla for the outside here that's 5 by 4 1/4. So let's do some stamping first. So we're going to build a scene on the front with some leaves and stuff, but I need to get the stamping done first. Not that one. Hang on a second. Oh, here it is. So we're going to start with, we're going to just stamp something pretty simple right here on the front. That is, if I can find it. Oh my goodness, I thought I just had it. Let's see, this is going to go on the inside of our other one. Alright, so we're going to do Warm Wishes on the outside of this one. So let's go ahead and block this up. So the stamp set that came in this kit, I can show you right quick here if I can find here we go. So we had wishing you the happiest of days, thankful, warm wishes, some pumpkins, some acorns, thinking of you, and 3 different leaves. So very fall, very cute. So we're going to do the warm wishes, and we're going to do it in pecan pie. And I think I want to do this. I'm going to just line this up on my glass mat here so it's nice and straight. And I'm just going to take our Warm Wishes and ink this up. And I'm going to put it, I'm trying to decide if I want it at the top or the bottom. I think I want it down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to kind of put it down here in this bottom right quadrant of the card base. So just like that. Okay, so that's good for the outside. And on the inside, we're going to do wishing you the happiest of days. So I'm going to ink that up. And again, line this up so it starts out straight. And we'll get this down. Perfect. Okay, so there's the stamping for this card. Now, I'm going to put the ink away. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our inside piece down, and then we'll build our outside. So we're going to put this down with some tape runner. And we're just going to center that in here. Just like that. Okay, now on the outside, we're going to take this piece. In the kit came some strips of ribbon. So this is pecan pie. And we're going to put that down right here in the middle. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to use some tear and tape. And we're going to get us about 4 pieces of tear and tape. And we will put this down. Let's see, right? I'm going to try to do the center, top to bottom. Roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect, but okay, I'm going to burnish that. We're going to get the backing off just like this. And I'm going to take our ribbon here and we're going to catch it on that tear and tape on that side and wrap it around the card. Try to make as straight as we can, and then we'll put it down here. Just check and make sure. Looks like it could come up just a tad. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now we're going to take our other 2 pieces of tear and tape and just secure this down again. There we go. And that way, we're pretty assured that our ribbon will stay where it belongs. So let me get the back off of this couple pieces that we put down here. Oh my goodness, come on. There, whoops. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to put this on the front of our card. Just centered up here. Like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to take just one glue dot here and put down in the center of our ribbon so that it stays put. So I'm just going to take one of these and just kind of slide it right under here. And that way we can tack down the middle of our ribbon. There we go. So we know it's going to stay straight. Now, let's build our little thing. So we've got a punch out of leaves that came in the kit. Let's see how we want to do this. I think we'll do it this way. And then I've got a acorn that I cut from this quarters die set. It had this, let's see, 2 months ago we made strawberries out of this, and now we're making acorns out of it. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of liquid glue and just kind of get our top of our acorn down. Just a little bit. And this part's in pecan pie, and the top of it is in early espresso. So we'll get that down there. And that can be drying here for a second while we put the rest of this together. So we're going to, I want to pop this up. So let me grab some dimensionals. And I did some cleaning today, and I found a whole sheet of regular sized ones, which I thought I was out. So let me find that sheet that I found earlier today. Okay, now let's see. I tried to corral them all together here. Oh, here it is, right there. Perfect. So I could keep track of all the dimensionals that I have. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this up. I'm just going to put some around here. Okay, I'm going to kind of sort of keep them toward the middle because I want to be able to tuck some things under them. So go ahead and take the backs off of this. And we're going to put this right here in the middle. Okay, this is a leaf, foiled leaf that came out of the kit. And we're going to put that down. And then I've got some of these. These were woven golden leaves. These were from last year, but I found a whole pack that I need to use up. And I thought the color went well with this. So we're going to use a couple of those as well. So let's get our little foiled leaf down here. So just a little bit of glue. And I think I want this one. We're going to tuck right in here. There we go, just like that. And then these little woven leaves, we will just put a little bit of glue, and we're going to tuck that one on. Let's see, I'm trying to, yeah. Let me make sure I didn't have it upside down. I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go, but I think that looks good. Okay, and then we'll put another one down here. Okay, Last thing is our, well, not the last thing because we've got some bling, but we got to put, oh, sorry. We got to put our acorn on. So I think we will glue it down. Just a little bit of glue there. And we're going to put it right on top here. And we'll wiggle that around. Just like that. Okay. Now, bling. I've got some gold textured adhesive back dots that I thought looked pretty good with this. So we're going to use up some of these because I have a ton of them, it seems like. So let's just put a couple of these around here. How about on the card and not on my finger? Okay. I'm going to use a medium-sized one down here, and we'll do a tiny one, maybe. It doesn't want to, it wants to stay. Okay, there we go. Just right there. Perfect. Okay, so there's our first card. I just love the colors in this kit. I have always loved fall colors. Okay, so let's get, let's move on to our second one. We'll put this one to the side. This one we're going to do, we're going to start with crumb cake. That's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to give it a good burnish here. I've got a piece of vanilla for the inside that's 5 by 4 1/4. I've got another piece of very vanilla that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to very quickly, because I forgot to do this ahead of time, run this through this Birchwood 3D embossing folder. So this is one of the very large embossing folders. But I'm going to just put this in here. Let's see, this side. I'm going to line it up right here on this line at the bottom so I can hopefully be straight with it. Close that, turn it over. Let's see, it shifted just a little bit. Let me just move that. Okay. There we go. Looks pretty good. Let me run that through the machine here so we can have it embossed. So just give me 2 seconds here. Okay. So now that made this piece of vanilla paper very cool because now it's embossed, and if you can see that, it looks like a tree. So we are going to, first of all, stamp on this one, and we're going to stamp on this one. So we're going to use some Cajun Craze, and we are going to make this into a sympathy card. And so on the front, we're going to do, let me get a block here. We are going to do Heartfelt Prayers is going to go on the inside. Oh, here it is. And our With Deepest Sympathy is going to go on the outside. Now, before we stamp, let me show you. So there was this piece that came in the kit. So this is like a frame with half of a tree in it. And we're going to put that down right here on our the front of our card. So just like this. I'm going to just kind of line this up here, and then I want to do our stamping right up here in the corner. So here's what I'm going to do. I know that it'll fit here, but I don't want to take the chance of stamping on top of the frame or the tree. So I'm just going to get this over here where I can see. Just going to line this up where I think it needs to go, and I'm going to just easily hold it with my thumb here and push this out of the way. And then I'm going to go straight down. There we go. We'll give that just a second. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now we can put our frame back over here. And it's just right where it needs to be, which is perfect. Okay, so we'll straighten that up. All right, so now let me do the rest of our stamping and then we'll put the ink away before we have any ink disasters. So this says Heartfelt Prayers. So let me ink it up here. Sure I didn't get ink on my finger. Okay, I'm gonna line this up. Try to be straight here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, the ink away. Now, let's go ahead and get this inside piece on the inside of our card. And we'll just center that. Uh-oh, I got, see, I knew I had ink on me somewhere. Never fails. Oh my goodness. Okay, so sand eraser to the rescue. Let me get this little spot of ink off here. Okay. Almost got it. Okay, we have a little bit down here too. I really had ink on me everywhere. My goodness. I was trying so hard not to. Okay, that looks pretty. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put this down with some... maybe we should pop it up. Let's do that. Let's put it down with some dimensionals. I can use some little ones around the tree, on the tree too. We'll use a couple little ones on the tree so we can hold the branches up. We don't want them sagging. So we'll put these down. Right, like that. Okay, now I'm going to put some of these around here on the edges since this is kind of skinny. The little ones fit perfectly on this. There we go. Almost done. You just want to make sure we've got enough to keep it from sagging. I'm going to move this one over just a little. There we go. All right, now let me get the backs off of these. Let's see. The hardest part's remembering where you haven't been yet. But then it all starts sticking to you, and then you know you've gotten them. Okay, I think... Oh, two more. There we go. Now we've got them all. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it around our stamping here. At a hitchhiking back. Okay. So I'm just going to put this centered as best that I can around our sentiment. And just like that. Okay. Now we'll take this whole thing, oops, and put it on the card front, just like this. Okay, let's make sure that's going to stay down, just like that. Okay, perfect. Now, I've got some bling I was going to put on this one. Let me find it right quick. Here it is. So these were some leftover little gold, I don't know, gold gem things from a paper pumpkin a couple of months ago. And I found these this morning, and I thought, you know what? We need to use these up, because why not? So we're going to use these on here. I'll put one there. And here. And we'll put one down here. Perfect. Okay, so here are our 2 cards that we made today. Just beautiful. I love this kit. I've had a lot of fun designing, so it's going to be a good set of alternatives all the way around. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video, because we have a lot of stuff coming. So I will be happy to see you all around, and leave me a comment and let me know which one of these was your favorite. And I will see you all soon. Have a crafty day. Bye.